about inheritance and the theme of racism in the play. Racism is defined as a belief or doctrine that someone inherits differences among the various human races. And the play is not just about racism, like against someone's race, it's prejudice against people who are different from yourself. And Maureen's a good example of that.
Yeah, I guess it also goes under, well, the points that we've made is ageism, Aboriginals, religious, homosexuals, and nationalities. And yeah, so that's like the areas it kind of covers. We've also focused on like the inheritance of it, so we've made points on that. And yeah, that's kind of it. Also, urban versus rural, so we spoke about how like there's different aspects of it and how the city is more accepting to like different areas. An example for that was how Julia's dating an Indian like man, and like in a country that wouldn't really be accepted.
And as well that William left the country and went into the city, and now he's got a boyfriend, Kevin, but he didn't bring Kevin back because there was a quote in the play that homosexuals aren't welcome in Rushton. And there was a lot on racism against Aboriginals, and specifically Nugget, and the fact that they call him Nugget, whereas his name's Neville, but no one ever calls him that. And there's references to the Mabo crew, and how they're looking for artefacts on the land, but no one said that they'd ever report it to the Mabo crew, if they did.
What does that mean, that they've never reported to the Mabo crew, or those university types that came looking for axe heads and artefacts on the land? Why does Maureen make a comment about those university types? What is she really saying?
Give up her land.
She doesn't want to give up her land. And what?
I think she has
She's
prejudice against them as well, because they're probably more educated than her, so she sees them as, I don't know, maybe someone that's threatening to her image or to her possessions.
Absolutely.
She could also see them as like a threat, because they're coming like from like somewhere else, and they're telling her how she should live and like kind of like be like accepting of them.
So that we know that although Hannie Rayson uses racism in quite a few characters who express and reflect racism, that there's a lot of other ideologies and misconceptions and ideas that come out. So when you talk about the idea of ageism, Jo, do you want to talk about that a bit? Or Danesh? Danesh, you haven't said that. Who is being picked on because they're old? Farley.
Yeah, especially Farley, and Maureen said something about him that he was just like demented, and
William picks on him a bit, doesn't he? Because he's old.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I love you, Mum, Dad.